My name is Dayo Adeyelure. I'm the founder and CEO of BookedByUs. BookedByUs is an online talent booking platform. Yes, it seems like FAT is Bookings Africa, but we speak to different segments of the market, right? So we deal more with artists, dancers, influencers, comedians, and the likes, right? While she deals with the creative side of things. All right, so we're talking about the business of numbers. I've already spoken about this. This is who we are. PwC say the entertainment industry by 2022 is estimated to be valued at about $9.9 billion, right? Now that's huge. So the question I keep asking myself, or I asked myself a couple of years ago when we launched, is how much of that money is coming to my pocket? Or if you're in the entertainment industry, how much of that money is coming to your pocket, right? And it's obvious that data-driven insights will be the key driver to long-term positive synergy between brands and talent in the next couple of months and years, right? We've identified a couple of problems once we launched BookedByUs, and one of the problems we identified was the talent pool. We keep recycling the same talent over and over again, right? So there's a small bucket of relevant talent currently in Nigeria. The second is the audience mismatch. So you have, I'll give you an example. You have a corporate event, and then you think the best person to call would be, I don't want to mention names, but the best person to call would be a Terry G, right? So there's that audience mismatch. So how does data sort of help us to begin to match talent appropriately with the right kinds of events? And I'll talk about that. Also, lack of structure with pricing. Now, this is one of the major issues that I faced. And I also had a conversation with Fade backend or in the green room. We talked about structured pricing, right? So right now, I would ask a question, who or what determines pricing currently in the entertainment industry? So an Olamide, for instance, can wake up and say he's commanding, 20 million, right? Who or what determines that price, right? And that's why we're here, to ensure that data-driven insights are able to sort of support the pricing for talent in Nigeria. Return on investment, and this speaks more to the brands who are our clients, how do they measure impact, right? So you engage an influencer for a campaign. How do you measure impact? How do you ensure that the return on investment meets up with the objectives? And all these would be gotten through data-driven insights, right? Our solutions: structure, security, insights, right? Structure, standardizing pricing points, right, across the industry. So whether you're an artist, you're a comedian, there'll be metrics, right, to guide how your pricing should be structured. So are you an A class, B class, C class? All those things would come up, and all those things are relevant in our present day and age. Security, money back guarantee. You want to book an artist or you want to book a comedian, and then you go through a friend who knows a friend who knows a friend, and his sister is the brother's girlfriend, right? And that's one of the ways you book artists currently. But we've come to put a stop to that and to stand as guarantors that you come through BookedByUs, you're guaranteed the performances, or you're guaranteed delivery on whatever you paid for. Insights, data-driven, and talent recommendations. We have infused API technology, and one of the things talent would really want, right, is to know how relevant they are in different regions in the country, and we can now determine that through data, right? Data through the downloads of the songs, through music listening on radio, through performances from the social feeds, and so on and so forth. I've spoken about this to some extent, where the relevance of data-driven insights for both the talents and the brands. I spoke about ROIs for the brands, pricing standardization as well, when brands want to engage talent, they know, okay, look, this is the price range. I'm not going to pay more than a certain amount, or this is the kind of pricing that a talent should command, right? And on the talent side, as I said, relevance. So they want to know how well they're doing in different regions. They also want to know what their true worth is, right? So how much can they command, or how much can they get the brands to pay for their services? Last, in January, we released the top 10 most booked talents in Nigeria. This caused some controversy, right? And I'm not even going to go into it, but I'll give you the metrics that sort of guided this. As you can see, it's sort of cut, but Tenny took the first place, right, with being the most booked in Nigeria. Then followed by Tiwa, Burner, Fowles, as you can see it, right? Now, the most booked in Nigeria doesn't necessarily mean how much you command or how much money gets into your pocket, or if you're the richest artist. It's just the number of events we were able to see through data that you were booked for. So, as against people thinking, oh, I'll give you an example. One show from a Davido can be maybe 5 shows from Tenny, right? So, and that's just to put it into context and to explain it, because I had a couple of weeks or some days arguing this out, right? But we have data to support this as well, and it's on the website, on BookedByUs.com, so you can check it out. All the metrics we use to come up with this is on there. We also release a yearly talent engagement outlook. Now, this is a yearly report that tells you everything that goes on within the talent booking space, which influencers are relevant, which the price points as well, and globally. So I think LeBron James still has the highest endorsement deal. I think it's $1 billion right now, right? And all that is in the talent outlook reports for BookedByUs. Yes, so how we came up, what part of the metrics we used to come up with the previous slide was shows, social engagement, and sales. Sales meaning streams and music listening. Shows is the number of gigs or performances. I'll say something. I don't know if if the entertainers here, we can't record or we can't track what we don't see, right? And that's one of the things that I tell artists or comedians, or I know the big ones don't like to post, oh, I was at this event, or I was at Coke event, or I was at whatever brand event. But it's important because people like us who are sort of trying to gather that data, we need to see these performances. We need to see that you were at these places so that we can record and track them. And then we can come up with a more robust sort of ranking, right? So as I said, show, social, and sales. And moving forward, yes. So 3 major things which I've talked about through the course of my presentation is scalable technology. How do we sort of infuse technology in what we do in entertainment? I mentioned about the API connectivity and using that sort of technology to drive data and insights. Also analytics, social listening. We're always scanning through social media channels and handles to ensure that whatever reports we bring out are just and true. And standardization, which is a personal pain point for me, where we need the pricing within the entertainment industry to have some structure. There needs to be some method to the madness, right? People shouldn't just wake up and determine how much they should command. And I think this will be done with partnerships and ensuring that data is obviously at the forefront of this. And I think I'm done. I did 6 minutes.
That's
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.